We all know that trees make places nicer to live in, and in fact if you can get lots of trees in close to people, it makes them healthier and happier. And indeed over the last few years we've seen local politicians jump on that green bandwagon, with more than 80% of the 400 or so councils in Britain declaring a climate change and nature emergency. So on the face of it everything looks good, and we've got nothing to worry about. But as many of us will know, the practical reality on the ground is often quite different, as you can see here. High density urban development with very few trees and shrubs means that it's really difficult to escape the heat of the sun in the middle of summer, and the delights of having nature on your doorstep is deprived from the local residents. So the inevitable consequence is these are places where the aspiration is to move on rather than stay and create a thriving community. So in a corporate context, greenwashing is the overstatement of green credentials to try and create the impression that you're better at caring for the environment than you really are. In a planning context, urban greenwashing is promising trees and shrubs in locations like this and actually delivering what we can see here. Thankfully, it doesn't have to be that way, and we've got a great example down the road that we're going to go and look at now, where we can see what an alternative could look like. About 5 years ago, this small avenue of 10 tulip trees was planted into an installation of soil cells that are beneath this parking here. And if we stand back and look at them, they're doing really well. Some of them are 7 or 8 meters in height now, with the potential to get to 15 or 20 meters. And so they'll make a substantial green foil against the buildings of this high density development. So we have the technology, we know how to get trees into these hostile urban environments, but what have we got to do to make this sort of design the norm rather than the exception that it is at the moment? Well, it seems that our local politicians have been failing us, business as usual isn't working anymore, and we need to find a new approach. And that's where I think individuals, ordinary people, can make a big difference. So if you want to find out how you can contribute to improving urban greening, then join me on Wednesday the 24th of January, when I'll be setting out my top 10 tips for wringing the life out of urban greenwashing and helping us deliver urban greening. And if you're a guest from overseas and you think this may not be of interest to you, then don't worry, urban greenwashing is happening all over the world, and so there's going to be something that you can take away and make a difference in your own country. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you all on Wednesday evening.